What's going on, everyone? I'm coming to you from this creepy parking lot after literally having to buy an entire new microphone because mine broke. But alas, I will prevail. I will prevail through these rough conditions. I don't know why I did that. This week I'm going to talk about how to be magnetic, and a lot of people are under the impression that there are magnetic people and there are losers, or people who don't attract anything, people who are actually repelling. And while you might think that, being magnetic is an innate human quality. Every single human on this earth is magnetic in their own ways. And if you can sit up here and tell me that you haven't been a magnet to certain things in your life, I'm not saying everything in your life, because a lot of things in our life are out of our control, but there's a good portion of it. Let's say you have a job. You manifested that job, didn't you? Even if you don't like that job, you still got the job, didn't you? Now look at your life right now. I'm not saying that every single little thing you are a magnet to, but I am saying you can see yourself in your situation. You can see parts of you that are attached to certain aspects of your current reality. So because you're inherently magnetic, there's no such thing as becoming more magnetic. It's just being more magnetic to what you want, becoming a vibrational match to your desired reality. And I know I sound woo-woo, I know I sound law of attraction, manifestation, whatever, but do you want your life changed or not? Because there is an aspect of you that doubts your ability to get the things you desire because you don't feel you're worthy of it. And that's not to discount the things in your life that are out of your control. Most of your life is out of your control. But the small portion of your life that's in your control, that's what we need to change and shift if you want to be a magnet to the things that you actually want, or you want to become more magnetic. But just know, being more magnetic isn't a thing. You already are inherently magnetic. It's just choosing and navigating the things that you want to be magnetic to. We can't change the fact that we're magnetic, but we can fine-tune our magnet. We can make sure that we're attracting the things we want. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to approach becoming more magnetic as fine-tuning your magnet. Step number 1 on fine-tuning your magnet: shift your focus to gratitude, especially in those moments where it's difficult to feel grateful. Because it's easy to write down 5 things you're grateful for every day. If you don't do that, start there. Okay, if you don't write down 5 things you're grateful for a day, even if it's in your notes app, there is no reason that you can't take 1 minute. It doesn't even take 5 minutes. It takes 1 minute to write down 5 things you're grateful for. Find things to be grateful for, even in the moments that it's difficult to. It's no secret that your brain naturally gravitates towards negative thoughts because it's trying to protect you. Where do your thoughts come from? You don't know. They come and then they go. And some thoughts take a lot longer to go because you direct your attention to them. You're always thinking of the worst case scenario and believing that to be fact because it's helped you in the past. These coping mechanisms of yours serve a purpose. So when you approach a negative thought about your life with more negativity, calling yourself stupid for having that thought, telling yourself that you don't deserve things because of that thought, you are actively shaming yourself for something that you didn't even create. You don't know where this came from. It might have come from the past. It might have come from you repeating a certain cycle in your life. You don't know where it came from. And most of the time, it comes from your ego. So when you're approaching a negative thought, you need to approach it with curiosity and deep gratitude. Why do you need to approach negative thoughts with gratitude? Well, when you approach negative thoughts with gratitude, you're telling your body it's doing what it needs to do. You're overriding it by saying, I understand this is a coping mechanism of yours, body, brain, mind, whatever. Literally have conversations with yourself in your head over this. Seriously. Thank you for letting me know this is something I need to work on. And then you redirect your focus. If it's something that's coming from your ego, if it's not, show yourself deep compassion. And this takes time and shadow work, but that is the first step in becoming more magnetic, is doing shadow work and looking at yourself not as this project that needs to be fixed, but as an evolving mosaic that is constantly changing. There's so many different parts of you. And by discounting those negative parts of yourself, you are actively shaming yourself for things you need to recognize about yourself so that you can move forward. When you fine-tune your magnet, you're telling yourself that you are worthy with and without this desired reality. You are magnetic with and without getting this desired result. And as soon as you recognize that, you will start taking actionable steps towards the things you want. And perceptually, you might look at your situation and believe you're just a magnet to bad things, right? But there's a reason that flies are attracted to shit. Trying to justify holding on to that shit because flies are attracted to you and you're afraid that if you get rid of the shit, nobody will want to be in your life is totally bypassing the fact that you can be a light. All types of bugs are attracted to light, and you're the one that gets to decide if you want to zap them or not. The goal is to be like a bug light, one of those zappers that if a bug gets too close, it zaps it. It's not to dim your light and turn yourself into shit just because you want people around you. Number 3, and nobody's gonna want to hear it, invest in your body. Okay, I'm not saying go get a BBL. I'm saying invest in your health, invest in making yourself feel good. It's not only about looking good. It's not only about looking magnetic, because everyone can agree there's some people who attractively that, you know, they check all the boxes, but mentally, physically, they don't work on themselves, and it shows in their energy. And this isn't about just going to the gym, and I'm not going to rant too long about it because I know people get pissed off, but as someone who's been going to the gym for about 3 years now, I had no clue what I was doing when I started going to the gym. I never played sports. I was never that active of a person, and all I wanted to do was make my body feel good, and that's what I went to the gym for. I just wanted to make myself feel good, and it's also a discipline thing. Not being disciplined makes you ugly. It's true. When you're so willing to just give up on what you want when you don't get it the first time, people will look at you and go, okay, girl, I felt like you were doing good and you could have got back up, but like you just quit. Having perseverance is something that will immediately make you more magnetic or make you seem more magnetic to other people. It'll fine-tune your magnet so much that you will have this unwavering confidence of yourself because you know what you're capable of. And it's not for other people either. You don't have to go post about going to the gym. You don't have to do anything. In fact, that is another thing. Stop posting so much on social media. Be mindful of your health. Okay, obviously if you eat like trash all the time, you're gonna feel kind of crappy. That doesn't mean you need to be a crazy health freak. I think everyone's into their own things. You know, people will preach online about what works for them, but I'm just here to say, you know, have a vegetable once in a while. You know what I mean? Eat some broccoli or some zucchini. You know what I mean? If you're not that big of a vegetable eater, invest in vitamins. You know what I mean? Have a vitamin every day. People think that in order to be magnetic, you gotta be this it girl and you gotta show up a certain way and you gotta have this many followers. You just need to focus on you. You just focus on you, okay? Focus on yourself. Do things every day that show that you care for yourself and limit other people's opinions because it doesn't really matter about the external validation of it all. If you like what you're doing, continue to do it. Unless it's harming other people, continue to do it because nobody actually cares. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Most people don't really care. They'll just see when you care about yourself and they'll start to care. Right now, nobody cares. Okay, you go to the gym, good job. Friends will care, your family will care, but they're not gonna bow down to you. They're just gonna tell you good job. We live in an instant gratification world nowadays. Everyone's addicted to instant gratification. So if you can just take yourself out of that and just give yourself that gratification, you are ahead of a lot of people. I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not saying that as an ego thing that's going to boost your ego and give you more gratification, okay? But a lot of people are doing a lot of different things because they're external validation junkies. And when you flip your mind into, I'm not an external validation junkie anymore, I'm just a human who happens to like when I get external validation, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. I'm going to gratify myself. It feels so much better when you gratify yourself because you know you're not just getting a gold star for doing nothing. You're getting a gold star because you freaking earned that gold star. You earned that gold star. Oh my God. You need to prove to yourself that you're worthy of whatever you want to be magnetic to. If you just instantly think that it's just going to come to you by you just writing it down 10 times, and start there. Most people don't even write down their goals. Start there. If you want something, write it down. But most people just think it's gonna come to them. No, you have to prove to yourself over and over and over again that you're worthy of it. Proving yourself worthy is also knowing when to value your work. If you're just starting something and you don't see the value in what you're doing, you need to start there. You need to have a because. You need to have a reason why you're doing something, especially if it's something you're passionate about, because in those moments where you're questioning yourself, you'll start to question everything you do, and you need to bring yourself back to the why. Learn how to give without expectation. And this is a big thing if you're wanting to be, have more friends, right? Learn how to just do things for people that aren't even that big. Maybe it's getting your friend a coffee. It doesn't even have to be something that's worth a ton of monetary value. In fact, I think it's better that it's something small, but it's something small but thoughtful. Because when you show people that you care about them or that you were thinking about them, if they're the type of person that you want in your life, they'll do the same for you and they'll appreciate it because you have that giver mindset. You think about other people, and in turn, other people start thinking about you because they like how you make them feel. It's not always about you when it comes to interpersonal relationships, and I think the more selfless you are, obviously, don't be so selfless that other people walk all over you. I think there's a fine line between that, but when you're selfless in the ways of you make people feel special, that is how you become so magnetic to the right people. Obviously, when you're trying to give with ulterior motives, you might give to someone who's more avoidant, and then all of a sudden you're in this situation because you wanted love or you wanted validation and they're not giving it to you, and now you're pissed off. And when you have this giver mindset where you give to other people and don't expect anything back, it'll show in your character. People will want to be around you, and you can step back if it's not in your comfort level anymore. You know when to withdraw your energy if someone is sucking it. But a lot of the times you'll actually meet people who are the same as you and who give and have empathy, and you just connect. And those are the type of relationships that you want to water and feed and allow to grow into your life, not the ones that make you feel drained. I like to call those type of relationships parasites, right? They suck the life out of you, and in turn, they're sucking your magnetic energy. I want you to think of it that way too, because people can do that, okay? People can literally take all of your energy if you're willing to give it up, and you're so used to giving it up because of a past thing that you need to work on in shadow work, right? Okay? I'm going to end this video off here. I've been rambling for a while, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you think about this and ways in which you want to become more magnetic, because we're trying to manifest on this channel, baby. You are so loved and so worthy. Be sure to check out my social medias, and also, I don't know if I'm gonna put those bloopers at the end of the video or at the beginning of the video, but y'all, there were some kids earlier. Okay, you know what? Roll the clip. The reality is that you are naturally a group of fucking teenagers just loves to be right behind me in an empty parking lot. I don't know why I live to see another day. You know what? We're back in business. I had to move my car. Don't know if I'm gonna leave that in or not. I feel like most people, when they want to watch a video about being magnetic, they want you to get straight to the point, you know what I mean? And be like, this is how you manifest. But I don't know. Oh my god, bruh. They're rolling around in a shopping cart. They're just standing on another pole, bruh. Oh my god, I tried to get away, but these kids just want to mess around in my parking lot. It's not my parking lot. It's public property. It's public property. They can roll around in a shopping cart all they want. All I want to know is where their parents are. Where are your parents? No, I'm not on TikTok Live. I'm recording a podcast. No, I'm recording my podcast. Yeah. Oh, I talk about self-development and but yeah, I just thought that was funny to share. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.